students. How are you? Are you ready to learn today? We will have social studies. Please prepare the following: pencil or highlighter, social studies books, activity book and student book, and copybook. Today we will learn more about historical records. At the end of the day, you will use vocabulary related to chronology. Describe how science and technology have changed communication, transportation, and recreation. Explain how science and technology have changed the ways in which people meet basic needs. You better listen carefully while I'm discussing about the vocabulary words that we're going to use. The first word is laws. They are rules made by a government to maintain order in a society. Example sentence: King Hammurabi of Babylon made 282 laws. Treaty. It's a written agreement between two or more countries. Example sentence: Hittites and Egyptians had a treaty to protect one another. Plumb line. It's an instrument used to determine a straight vertical line. Example sentence: Egyptian surveyors used plumb line in construction. Surveyor. It's a person whose job is to measure and record the details of areas of land. Example sentence: Egyptian surveyors used measuring instruments for buildings. Cubit. It's a unit of length from the tip of the forefinger to the elbow. Example sentence: The standard cubit was 52 centimeters. Mercat. It's made from a palm leaf used by Egyptian surveyors for building. Example sentence: Mercat is a measuring instrument to construct a building. Groma. It's a cross-shaped instrument used for making square corners. Example sentence: Groma had a plumb line hanging vertically at each end. Hammurabi's Code. It recorded 282 laws made by King Hammurabi of Babylon. Example sentence: Hammurabi's Code was displayed in the museum in France. Now, prepare yourselves for a vocabulary drill. Number 1. Blank is a person whose job is to measure the details of areas of land. Is it A, surveyor, or B, navigator? The correct answer is letter A. Surveyor is a person whose job is to measure the details of areas of land. Number 2. They are the rules made by a government to maintain order in a society. Is it A, laws, or B, cubits? The answer is letter A. Laws are the rules made by a government to maintain order in a society. Number 3. It recorded 282 laws made by King Hammurabi of Babylon. Is it A, Hammurabi's Code, or B, Egyptian's Code? The answer is letter A. Hammurabi's Code recorded 282 laws made by King Hammurabi of Babylon. Number 4. It is a written agreement between two or more countries. Is it A, code, or B, treaty? It's letter B. Treaty is a written agreement between two or more countries. Finally, number 5. Blank is made from a palm leaf used by Egyptian surveyors for building. Is it A, groma, or B, mercat? Very good. It's letter B. Mercat is made from a palm leaf used by Egyptian surveyors for building. Today we will talk about historical records. Kindly open your student book to page 91. This pillar recorded Hammurabi's code, 282 laws made by King Hammurabi of Babylon. It was displayed in the city square, and today you can see part of it at a museum called the Louvre in Paris, France. This was one of the first treaties to settle an argument between two places. In the treaty, the Hittites and Egyptians agreed not to attack one another and to also help to protect one another. Why do you think Hammurabi's code was displayed in the city square? How about you? Where could you find the laws of your country? Assyrians. They are the ones who built the first library in Nineveh. The library contained 25,000 clay tablets. In this picture, it's one of the library's clay tablets telling the story of the Great Flood. This picture shows of how books are made today. It's made by typing, printing, and cover binding. How about today? How has technology changed the way we record history? The Egyptians measured length in cubits. A cubit was the length from the tip of the forefinger to the elbow. Later, the standard cubit was equal to 52 centimeters. Egyptians also divided the cubit into shorter measures. 1 cubit is equals to 7 palms. 1 palm is equals to 4 fingers wide. Egyptian surveyors used measuring instruments for building. The mercat was made from a palm leaf. Surveyors gazed through the slit to set out a straight line. They used the X-shaped groma to make square corners and plumb lines to ensure surfaces were level. Compare the constructions of the buildings and houses then and now. What instruments and tools do we use to measure today? How are these the same? How are they different? Amazing participation, grade 2. Please bear in your mind the facts to remember. First one is Hammurabi's Code. It's 282 laws made by King Hammurabi of Babylon. In a treaty, the Hittites and Egyptians agreed not to attack one another and also help protect one another. Assyrians built the first library in Nineveh, which contained 25,000 clay tablets. Egyptians used measuring instruments for building. They are mercat, groma, and plumb line. Now grab your activity book and open to page 61. Are you ready? On page 61, you have to complete the following equations and then draw pictures to illustrate them. Letter A. Blank cubit is equals to blank palms. Letter B. Blank palm is equals to blank fingers. Now, draw creatively. Good job! 1 cubit is equals to 7 palms. And 1 palm is equals to 4 fingers. Number 2 task is you have to label these pictures below. The words in the box are Ancient Treaty, Mercat, Groma, and Hammurabi's Code. Again, Ancient Treaty, Mercat, Groma, and Hammurabi's Code. Good job! The first picture is Hammurabi's Code. The other one is Groma. Below is Mercat, and the last picture is ancient treaty. You did great in participation. Thank you and study well.